Tonight on Mello Tv Sports, the Trinbago Knight Riders win their opening match of the CPL. Paris Saint-Germain are into the Champions League final, and Muguruza a doubt for the US Open. We bowl off Mello TV Sports with cricket as Sunil Narine today put in a man of the match performance as he led the Trinbago Knight Riders to a narrow 4-wicket win over the Guyana Amazon Warriors in the opening game of the Caribbean Premier League in Trinidad. Now Narine bladed 2 fours and 4 sixes in a 28-ball even 50 that carried the Knight Riders to 147 for 6 after they were set 145 to win. Now Darren Bravo contributed while Lendell Simmons and Colin Monroe added 17 apiece as the Knight Riders won with a mere 2 balls to spare. Naveen ul Haq and Imran Tahir took 2 wickets each for the Amazon Warriors, while Romario Shepherd and Kemo Paul had 1 apiece. Earlier, Guyana sent to bat total 144 for 5 from their allotted 17 overs. Rain delayed the start of the game, which was reduced by 3 overs aside, and the Amazon Warriors were led by Shimron Hitmar, who made a half a century, 63 not out. Ross Taylor added 33 and Nicholas Puran had 18. Sunil Narine picked up 2 for 19 with 1 each going to Ali Khan, Jack Den Seals and Dwayne Bravo, who has 498 wickets in T20s. On to netball news now. Sunshine Girls Simona Nelson and Jodian Ward and their Collingwood Magpies team will take on Shamira Sterling and the Adelaide Thunderbirds in round 5 of the Suncorp Super Netball League in Australia. The Magpies are 1 from bottom of the 8-team standings with 1 win and 3 losses. The Thunderbirds with 8 points are 5th with 2 wins to go with 2 losses. Sterling is among the statistical leaders as she leads defensive rebounds with 10. She also is 3rd in deflections with 31. In today's play, Janelle Fowler led all scorers but was again on the losing end as her team, the West Coast Fever, went down 68-59 to compatriot Kadian Dehaney and the league-leading Melbourne Vixens. Fowler continues to dominate the shooting arc, scoring 47 of 48 attempts, but saw her team lose their 3rd of 5 matches. Dehaney and the Vixens lead the league with 16 points from 4 wins and only a single loss. Also on the losing end today was Romelda Aiken, who scored 37 of 45 attempts, only to see the Queensland Firebirds lose 64-57 to the NSW Swifts. Now both Fowler and Aiken continue to lead the statistical charts, with Fowler atop the scoring with 265 from 288 attempts, while amassing the most net points with 523. Aiken is 3rd in scoring with 147 from 176. She leads in offensive rebounds with 30, while Fowler is 2nd with 21. We kick it over to football news now. Paris Saint-Germain today made it to their first ever Champions League final, courtesy of a 3-0 victory over RP Leipzig in the first semi-final in Lisbon, Portugal. One of Europe's biggest spenders, but also one of the continent's high-profile underachievers, PSG finally seized their opportunities, courtesy of goals from Marquinhos, Angel Di Maria, and Juan Bernat. PSG will find out who they will face in Sunday's final when 5-time champions Bayern Munich play Olympique Lyon in the other semi-final tomorrow. Eric Abidal has left his role as Barcelona's technical secretary as the fallout continues from Friday's 8-2 Champions League defeat to German giants Bayern Munich. Abidal's departure comes less than 24 hours after coach Kiki Setien was dismissed, with Ronald Koeman set to be named as his replacement. On to the NFL, the Kansas City Chiefs plan to allow fans inside Arrowhead Stadium at 22% capacity when the 2020 NFL season goes underway. Now, the Chiefs, who won their first Super Bowl in 50 years in February, play the Houston Texans on September 10. Supporters will be required to wear face masks and will also be separated in grouped pods inside the stadium. The Chicago Bears have announced, though, that the Soldier Field will be closed to fans when play kicks off. Finally, in the sports news tonight, Spanish world number 16 Gabriel Muguruza is a doubt for the U.S. Tennis Grand Slam Open because of an ankle injury. Now, 6 of the top 10 players have already pulled out of the women's draw. One person, not a player, has tested positive for coronavirus at the Western and Southern Open, which begins on Thursday at Flushing Meadows. Muguruza has withdrawn from that tournament, but still hopes to compete in the US Open, which starts on August 31 at the same New York venue. The person who tested positive for COVID-19 will isolate for at least 10 days, and contact tracing has begun to determine if anyone else needs to quarantine. Muguruza is a former French Open and Wimbledon champion and reached the Australian Open final earlier this year. And those are the stories making sports news tonight. We now head back to the news desk with Shelley and Hill.
Thank you, Christopher. And now to end tonight's newscast, here are the main points. Earlier today, Mello TV covered the nomination of candidates in numerous constituencies across the island. The police are currently investigating the circumstances surrounding the fatal shooting of a political activist in Clarendon yesterday. And the police high command is warning campaign managers and organizers of motorcades, as well as supporters of political parties, that fitting vehicles with green, orange, or other colored flashing lights constitutes a breach of the Road Traffic Act. And that's our news package for you tonight. Thank you for tuning in to Mello TV Evening News at 8. I am Shelley Hill. Stay safe and pleasant viewing.